Mr. Mahoy.
Senator, Chair, people of the council, thank you guys for giving us the opportunity. I am a visitor. My son-in-law is Chamorro. Got involved with the Chamorro and the families here in Guam. Been visiting back and forth for over the last 10 years, and I see what's happening here in Guam, and it's very, very depressing because, you know, we talk about construction. I come straight from the construction industry itself. I'm very, very aware of the environment of construction as well as maintenance work throughout the United States. I will tell you this, is the construction cost here in Guam has been inflated by 4 to 5%. Contractors have been getting their raises, and the working men and women haven't. As far as H2 workers or foreign workers, that's not right, and I tell you why. What this city of Guam needs, or the territory of Guam needs, is they need to train their people here. And I'm not saying that they're not trained, but I think the focus should be getting these people the proper training and the proper wage schedule that's coming through them. They've been robbed for years and years, and I'm just gonna call them the way I see them, because I really don't care what anybody think about me. But I just gonna call them the way I see them. The real estate is almost identical to Hawaii, whether you're in an outskirt, inskirt, it doesn't matter. The real estate is identical, the same. My hotel bill is identical, the same as if you were living in Waikiki. We've met with several workers there during the weeks that I've been here visiting. And it's sad, it's depressing. $7.25 over a 10-year period they attended working for the Hilton. That is amazing. That is amazing. The grocery boys, the guys that bag your grocery in Hawaii, making $10 an hour. Now, as far as the inflation of costs and everything else here in Guam, I don't see that coming. I'll tell you why. If you know about economics and you know how the things are going to balance out, this town needs infrastructure. We badly need infrastructure here. Your sewers, your waters, your roads need to be maintained. And you know you're going to get 11,000 plus, not 8,000. You're going to have 11,000 plus screaming Marines. And I notice all of this. I don't know if everybody else noticed around there that lives here. But 1 mile out before you hit the military installation, you can tell you're arriving because the roads are nice. Everything is well maintained. And when you go out to the country, it's amazing. It's not maintained. Why? I mean, have they forgotten who owns this place? It's the Chamorros. It's the people here of Guam, the territory of Guam. You know, first the Japanese came. They bought everything out, right? Now they don't get their way because the United States steps in. Now the United States trying to bully everybody around. It's only right that they pay their fair share. As far as Congressman Neil Abercrombie, I'm a very, very dear friend of his. I know him very well. I just got off the phone with Lloyd Nakoba, his head staffer there in Hawaii, and that's how I found out about this hearing today. And that's why I'm here. Sorry for my presence, but my suit and tie just doesn't work with the weather in Guam. But I will tell you this, that the Japanese government are talking about somewhat that they won't pick up the rest of the bill. So now the Defense Department is making an argument that they won't put up extra money for it. But yet we can put up an additional $5 to $6 billion back in Iraq when we don't even, that's not even our fight. That wasn't even our fight. So reverse the Dick Cheney cycle. That's what we're going to do here in Guam. And that was what Senator Akaka, Senator Inouye, as well as Congressman Neil Abercrombie and Congresswoman Maisie Ronald is trying to do right now. I can tell you that that's what's happening. But for Japan to remove the money, they have no choices. They want the United States Marines out, and they're willing to pay an extra price tag for it. I know that for a fact.
Thank you so much, sir, for showing up. You know, and I have to state, like,
Yeah.
I've worked with Congressman Abercrombie and Senator Akaka and Senator Inouye and Congresswoman Maisie
Hirono. Yeah.
Thank you. When I was in D.C. recently, they are a friend of Guam. And they have always stepped up for us because they have a vote on the floor, whereas our Congresswoman doesn't. And every amendment that our Congresswoman has ever gotten through the House of Representatives has had the support of Neil Abercrombie. So he has always been a friend of our island, a friend of our people. So thank you so much for supporting him in Hawaii. Sir?
My name's Richard Spencer. I'm here with Mr. Kalani. We've been observing this area for a couple weeks, like he said. For the senator to make the comment that they're gonna pull the plug and not put the Marines here. I hate to tell him he's completely wrong, because the BRAC Commission, I was part of the BRAC Commission, and that's the base realignment. There's nowhere else to put the Marines, okay? So they are coming here. There's no other way. And like you say, Mr. Obama is a friend of us working folks. To see what this island has done, and for him to make that comment, that's really offensive to me, because my mother-in-law is living with me in Washington State because she couldn't afford her taxes in Hawaii no more when she retired. So Del Monte bought their house because everybody else around them raised the property values, and the locals aren't going to be able to afford that. The locals will not be able to afford the taxes that they're going to pay on their property taxes. And it's going to just devastate this whole island. It isn't going to be the local people no more. And for him to say that there's a threat of that happening, there's no other station. Woodby can't take them Marines. Puget Sound can't take them Marines. There's nowhere to station them Marines. Japan wants the Marines out. They are leaving. And everything will be... There's no reason why someone is not making a living wage on this island. There's no reason why. It's unexcusable. And to say, for the threat, there's no threat. It's done. It's a done deal. The contractors are here. Parsons is leading the management of it. So it's done. It's done. It's going to happen. And to take advantage of the local folks is just a shame. It's a shame. It ain't right. So I think you need to support that bill.
Thank you, sir. And last but not least, I see Mike Bailey out there. You signed up to testify, Mike. Now's your time. Quit drinking coffee.
Can I add one thing to what the brother says?
Yes.
You got a $133.9 million award that was awarded to Alutech Chugash with that military maintenance contract on this base that's being built.
Mm-hmm.
The Alaska Natives are a little, well, I won't say smarter, but they were a little more diligent in their legislation where they have local hiring of the Alaska Natives. And I deal with that Chugash Industries a lot. And they are hiring from within their own people, the Alaska Natives, and they are bringing them over here. It should be the local people here getting the employment.
Yep.
And for businesses to say that they're going to lose money, that they're not going to lose money. They're not going to lose money. There's no way. That's all I need to.
Thank you. And Mr. Santos, before you leave, I'd like to tell you that on the Guam War Claims Act, the amendment that got this on the same bill as the same Authorization Act, that amendment was co-sponsored by Congressman Abercrombie. And so the Guam War Claims is going to go through because of his support for the people of Guam on that as well. Mr. Bailey.
Yes, I'd just like to say that it's the people of Guam that need a job. It's the people of Guam that need fair pay for fair work. You know, we don't need people coming to Guam to get a job. We need to be employed. It's our island, you know, and I've graduated many a high school senior that gets out and there is no job for them. They need that job. And they need good pay. They need pay that's going to make them want to be whatever they're going to be. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey. Senator Palacios, do you have any questions? You know, thank you all for coming out and testifying on this resolution. If there's no one else who'd like to testify on Resolution 30-159, we will consider it duly heard.